Hello, church. We're looking at 1 Samuel 14 today, and the word of the day is courage. We're just going to be looking at the first kind of story or event that happens in this chapter with Jonathan and his armor bearer taking on the Philistines. So our word for the day is courage. Obviously, Jonathan and his armor bearer showed courage. They had to trust that God was going to be with them in this battle. And they ended up winning. 2 against 20. Usually not the best odds, but once again, with God on your side, you can do amazing things. And so we see them taking courage in the face of difficulties, and once again, with God's help, coming out with the victory. But I think a key point or lesson we can take from this is, once again, we don't have to shy away from difficult situations. We know that God doesn't promise us an easy, conflict-free life, that there are going to be things that require us to have courage and faith and trust in God to overcome difficulties or challenges that may seem greater than we could handle on our own. And that's one of the other key components here is not doing it alone. Jonathan didn't go to battle all by himself. He had his armor bearer. He had someone else by his side, encouraging, watching his back, literally, to help him accomplish this with God's help, obviously. And so how in our lives, so many times we try to do things just by ourselves without leaning on somebody else for support to encourage us, to help give us that courage to overcome these obstacles. And so if you are facing a difficult time, will you call out to somebody in the church to help you? If you know of someone going through a difficult time, will you be like this armor bearer and say, hey, I am with you through the power of God's help to overcome this together? And then as the story unfolds, once again, they did their part, and then God causes this giant earthquake to help further scare the Philistines. I think that's one of the things we're going to see over and over again throughout the entire Bible, but also through this book of 1 Samuel, where there's this interplay that God likes to have. He does his part in some miraculous ways, and then we do our part. So Jonathan and his armor bearer took some courage. God added a little bit of earthquake to help gain the victory, and so we're working in tandem with God for his kingdom's sake. So let's be bold, let's be courageous, let's do the things God has called us to do with another person by our side, knowing that if we do our part, God will provide the increase and God will show up and move as well. All right, church, have a great day.